here is something nobody tells you. The reason your eye makeup looks heavier, more tired, and somehow older by noon has nothing to do with your skill level. It has everything to do with 5 specific mistakes that almost every woman over 50 is making without realizing it. Today I am showing you all 5, what they look like, why they are aging your eyes, and precisely what to do instead. Your eyes are about to become your favorite feature again. Let us get into it. Mistake 1. Skipping primer. This one single step separates eye makeup that looks beautiful all day from eye makeup that creases into folds by mid-morning. And most women over 50 are skipping it every single day. Here is why it matters so much for us specifically. As we get older, our eyelids become more oily, and oily lids are eyeshadow's worst enemy. Without a primer, that beautiful shadow you just applied is going to crease, settle into every fold, and look cakey and tired within a few hours. A good eyelid primer creates a smooth, barely there film on the lid that absorbs the oil, gives the shadow something to grip, and makes your color both more intense and dramatically longer lasting. You only need the tiniest amount. Less than you think. Tap it in gently with your finger rather than rubbing, and let it set for 30 seconds before you reach for your shadow. The Too-Faced Shadow Insurance Primer is a favorite of mine. But any quality eyelid primer will transform how your eye makeup performs. This is the foundation everything else is built on. Skip it, and everything that follows is fighting against itself. Start using it, and you will wonder how you ever got dressed without it. Mistake 2. Putting dark and light colors in the wrong places. This is the mistake that quietly ages a face more than almost anything else in eye makeup. And once you understand the principle behind it, you will never look at your eyeshadow the same way again. Here is the rule. Dark colors recede, light colors expand. We use this principle in fashion, in interior design, in everything, and it applies to the eyes with absolute precision. The part of a mature eye that we want to recede is the hooded area, that looser skin that sits above the crease and falls forward as we get older. This is the part we want to make smaller, so dark color belongs here. The part of a mature eye we want to expand and make more visible is the eyelid itself, the lid space. This is our most important visual real estate, because when this area appears larger, the eyes look younger, more open, and more awake. So light color belongs here. The mistake most women make is the exact opposite. They put light color on the hood, which brings it forward and makes it more prominent. And they put dark color on the lid, which shrinks the very space they need to open up. Add a light shade to your eyelid. Keep your deeper, darker tones on the hood and crease area only, blending upward and outward. You will see the difference immediately. 2 more things to do with light color that make a remarkable difference. First, line the lower waterline with a nude or flesh-toned eyeliner pencil. This makes the whites of the eyes appear larger and brighter and takes years off the eye instantly. The NARS eyeliner in a nude shade barely moves all day. Second, add a tiny touch of highlighter or light shimmer to the inner corner of the eye. This catches the light and creates a beautiful, open, awake quality that no amount of dark shadow can achieve on its own. And one thing to stop doing immediately. Stop placing light shadow on the brow bone. I know it feels like it should work, but putting a light color on an area with natural folds and loosening skin simply draws more attention to everything you are trying to minimize. Skip the brow bone highlight completely. Mistake 3. Following the natural line of your eye with eyeliner. This is the one that makes me want to reach through the screen and gently take the eyeliner pencil away from so many women. I say that with full love. Here is the problem. As eyes mature, the outer corner naturally droops slightly downward. When you follow that natural line with eyeliner, you are essentially drawing a map of that droop and handing it to everyone who looks at you. The eye looks heavier, it looks older, and no amount of mascara fixes it afterwards. The solution is a small but completely transformative one. A kick at the end. Instead of following the natural downward path of the outer corner, you stop at the last lash and then flick the liner upward. Slightly, not dramatically. Just enough to redirect the eye upward instead of down. From there, you bring the line back down into a small triangle shape that sits just at the outer corner. This leaves a tiny piece of the outer lid free of liner, which is important because darkening that entire area shrinks it. Two more things about eyeliner on mature eyes. Keep the line on the lid as thin as you can manage, particularly at the inner corner. A thick line running along the entire upper lid reduces the lid space you worked so hard to open up with your lighter shadow. Fine and close to the lash root is always the more flattering choice. For the lower lash line, avoid drawing a hard line that follows the natural droop of the eye. If your lower lash line dips downward at the outer corner, do not follow it there. Keep the lower liner level, stop before the droop begins, and then smudge the line softly with a little neutral eyeshadow to diffuse and soften it. That softness is far more flattering on mature eyes than a hard dark line. Mistake 4. Ignoring or overfilling the brows. I want you to look at a photograph of yourself with no eyebrow makeup and one with it. If the difference shocks you, you are not alone. The brow frames the entire eye and gives the face its proportion and lift. When it is missing or incorrectly shaped, everything below it looks uncertain, heavy, and slightly undefined. When it is right, everything snaps into place. The first thing to do is measure where your brows belong using your face, not your habit or memory. Take your eyebrow pencil and hold it vertically, from the side of your nose straight upward. Where it meets your brow bone is where your brow should begin. Then angle it from the side of your nose through the outer edge of your iris and up. That point is your arch. Finally, angle it from the side of your nose to the outer corner of your eye. Where it meets your brow line is where your brow should end. Mark these 3 points lightly. These are the measurements your face is asking for. Now here is where most women go wrong in filling them in. They fill the entire brow solidly as though coloring in a shape on paper. The result looks heavy, flat, and slightly unnatural. It calls attention to itself in the wrong way. What works far better is this. Use short, light feathering strokes in the front section of the brow rather than filling it in solidly. These strokes mimic the look of real brow hairs and create a softness that is vastly more flattering on mature skin. Through the middle and toward the tail, you can be slightly more defined, but always with a light hand. Finish with a clear brow setting gel brushed upward. This lifts and sets the hairs you have, fills small gaps, and gives a naturally full, well-groomed result without the drawn-on heaviness that ages a face instantly. Mistake 5. Not curling your lashes and applying mascara the wrong way. This is the final piece, and it connects directly to every principle we have covered today, because it is about lift. Everything on a mature eye is about creating lift. And lashes are no different. Straight lashes, even with mascara on them, fall forward and downward. They point at the floor, rather than upward toward where you want attention to go. A lash curler changes that completely. It redirects the lashes upward, opens the eye dramatically, and makes the whole eye look more awake and youthful. Used well, it is the closest thing to a natural eye lift that exists in a makeup bag. If you are new to lash curlers or have avoided them, give yourself a few attempts to get comfortable with the placement. Position the curler at the very base of the lashes, close as you can get without pinching the lid, clamp gently, hold for 10 seconds and release. For extra staying power, warm the curler very gently with a blow dryer for a few seconds before using it. Just test it on the back of your hand first to make sure it is not too hot. The warmth helps set the curl in the same way that a curling wand sets hair. Now, how you apply mascara after curling matters just as much as the curling itself. The most common mistake is applying from the top and pressing the wand downward. This undoes the curl immediately and flattens the lashes straight back toward the floor. Instead, approach from underneath. Place the wand at the base of the lashes on the underside and move it upward and outward with a gentle side-to-side wiggling motion as you go. This deposits the most product at the lash root, where you want the definition, and the motion carries the curl upward, rather than fighting against it. On the top of the lashes, a light pass is all that is needed. Let it dry slightly before adding a second coat if you want more volume and length. Rushing the second coat before the first is dry clumps the shears and weighs them back down. The difference between mascara applied thoughtfully and mascara applied in a hurry is the difference between lashes that frame the eye and just simply exist on the face. 5 mistakes. 5 specific, practical fixes. Primer on the lid. Dark shadow receding the hood. Light shadow opening the lid. Eyeliner that kicks upward instead of following the droop. Brows measured and feathered with a light hand. Lashes curled and mascara applied from underneath. None of this requires new products. None of this requires starting over with your routine. It simply requires knowing what to look for and what to do differently. Which of these 5 was the one you did not know you were making? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. If today gave you something useful, please give this video a like and subscribe to Golden Chic Life. Turn on the notification bell because every week we go deeper into the beauty, style, and confidence tips that make the difference for women over 50. Mature eyes are not a challenge. In the right hands, with the right knowledge, they are extraordinary. I will see you in the next one.